This is your B2B marketing strategy in 3 minutes. I've had my coffee. Let's go. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about a 4-point framework that I like to call ABLE, A-B-L-E. And yes, you are going to be able to do it. It is very doable. So first we've got A, which is audience. And audience is first because it is the most important. Before you do anything, figure out your audience. You need to know exactly who your audience is in order to market to them the right way. So you want to define what are their roles and responsibilities at the business that they're in. And then what industry is it? Then you also, this is important, need to know their goals and their challenges. How is your product or service going to help them with these goals and challenges? And then what are their content habits? Are they on social media? Do they read blogs? These are all going to help you determine how best to reach them and market to them so you can solve their problems. And then next we have B for brand. This is where you need to define who you are as a business. So here are some of the things that you need to define as a brand. What is your brand purpose? Why do you exist? What problems are you solving out there in the market? And then what are your brand values? What do you stand for? And then importantly, UVP or unique value proposition. So what of value are you bringing to your customers and how is it different than your competitors? And then you want to define your visual identity. These are things like your logo, your brand colors, your fonts, your website, and these should all be consistent so people can recognize you instantly as soon as they see you. And then next we've got L for launch. And this is when you decide on the marketing tactics and channels that you're going to use and execute. How will you create demand and get leads? So here are just a few things you could do. So content marketing, really important in B2B. SEO or search engine optimization, so get found when people are searching for your products or services. Then maybe paid ads, maybe trade shows if your audience is hanging out there. ABM is account-based marketing, so targeting specific accounts or companies. Do the ones that are going to reach your audience best and resonate with them the most. And whatever you do, make sure you measure and refine. And then last we have engage. So this is B2B, so the sales cycle is really long. You can't let leads sit in your pipeline and ignore them. You need to nurture them along the way, all the way up until the sale and beyond. You need to stay top of mind or they will forget about you. So how do you engage and nurture these leads? Well, you send them regular emails to remind them that you exist. And then share regular content, helpful content, not just self-serving content, but content that's going to help them do their jobs so that they trust you. And then guide them through the whole buyer's journey. Again, the sales cycle is long in B2B, so don't lose them. And then social media. So are they hanging out on LinkedIn, for example? Start a conversation, be part of the conversations there. Now, a pillar of B2B marketing is inbound marketing. This is where you get leads to come to you without having to spend a bunch of your budget on ads. And I created a video all about inbound marketing that takes you through it step by step. So check that out here, and I'll see you over there.